What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. So today is the day I finally got the Platinum Pro back from Liberty Toyota. It had its 1-year ToyotaCare service, so we will go over everything that they did to it. How was everything? Was there any problems? And most importantly, did we get that fog light shake fixed? So please stay tuned. And in case you don't know or haven't heard yet, I have a promo code going on until the end of May with Husky Liners on their website, huskyliners.com. It will save you 10% on your entire order there. Once again, until the end of May. All you have to do is email me or private message me on Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. If you don't know the email, it's tundradude34@gmail.com. At that point, I will give you the promo code to go use. It's a private sale, so that's the way we got to do it. So if you are in the market for some sweet floor liners or other accessories from Husky Liners, please feel free, contact me once again, tundradude34@gmail.com, or Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. Just go ahead and private message me there as well. Looks like we got a little mail alert before we actually get to the ToyotaCare stuff. This box here is from Jonathan Swell, and I probably said that last name wrong, and I apologize. But you guys, if you're on Instagram, would know him as the Fist Pump Guy's boss down in Bondi's Toyota. Now, he sent me a little package here. He already showed me what it is, and if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I already told you guys. So let's pop this box open. This thing is going to be pretty sweet, pretty excited right now. What I'm going to do in the description below, I'm going to put Jonathan's information. He's a manager down at Bondi's. We all know Bondi's as one of the very best Toyota dealerships in the country. I mean, the Fist Pump Guy's awesome, and this is his boss. So he can't be that bad either, right? Good thing about Jonathan's Instagram is he's a very motivational dude, and he gives a motivational message every day around 1 p.m., which is awesome, and sometimes you could always use a good motivational message. So here we go. Very cool. A couple cool things right away. Let's get all the garbage out of the way. Sorry, guys. All right, number one, we got the sweet hat, which is all camo. This will look good in New Jersey, right? And this is his logo. Very cool. Hope you could see that good. It's camo. So really right now it looks like I'm holding nothing, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to happen? And then last but not least, which is so cool, he had this sewn in. It is, there you go, Nike. Oh, this is a Nike polo, dudes. This is sweet. This is a golf polo. So it has the Bondi's Toyota logo and the Tundra Dude 34 logo sewn into it. Well, guess what? Tonight's my anniversary with the wife, and we're going to be wearing this to dinner. So thank you, Jonathan. You are the man once again. I will put his information down below. On his Instagram, he puts up, like I said, great motivational messages, quick little video here and there in his Instagram stories. And he also puts up pictures of beautiful Toyota trucks and cars when he gets some decent deals in. So, Jonathan, once again, I thank you very much. And now it's time for the ToyotaCare results. Now, there was a little bit of I saw a comment string going on last night of people asking the loaner car situation with me and why I get a loaner car for the ToyotaCare that doesn't take very long. So the way Liberty and I work, they're not exactly down the road. So they actually take the vehicle from me overnight to do the service, and in turn they give me some form of a Toyota vehicle, at which point I will review. Okay, so they always give me something different. The Camry XSE, the 1794 TRD Tundra. This time I got a RAV4. I've had a Highlander. It's kind of just a way to, review some Toyota vehicles. And Liberty is one of the most customer satisfaction-based dealerships I've ever dealt with in my life. They are all about making you happy and making sure you come back. And honestly, I've been dealing with Liberty now for almost 2 years. And just, it's been a great show ever since. Everything's perfect. The truck always comes back, washed in excellent condition. Always get a lot of compliments from up there too, which is cool. And I do want to say congratulations and good luck to Joe, who was my service advisor since I've been going there for 2 years. He is retiring and moving down south. So, Mr. Joe, thank you very much for dealing with me all these years and taking care of me, and we will miss you. But so before we actually get to ToyotaCare, they gave me a 2018 RAV4. So I didn't have a lot of time with it, but the quick rundown of that vehicle, not really my style. Like I said in a couple videos ago, it would be a great vehicle for someone that's, you know, just trying to get from point A to point B, a little more storage space, little space for friends or whatever, wherever you're going. A great vehicle for a younger person in college or something like that. It's a well-rounded vehicle, but for people like me, you know, who like to put modifications on their cars and trucks, I just don't see myself in it. Now, they did a complete redesign for next year on the RAV4, and that looks pretty sweet, but once again, the motor just felt underpowered to me. I didn't hate it in any way. It's just something that really isn't my direction. Now, Michelle is in the market, soon, I should say, for a SUV of some sort. She now has a CRV, so we're going to bring her over to the Toyota camp, of course. And we're thinking Highlander or 4Runner, okay? Now, 4Runner would be awesome because, well, it's a 4Runner, but probably will end up being a Highlander just because I want her to get into something that has a good amount of technology in it. Michelle is not like me. I drive my cars and trucks for like 2 years max, right? She takes these cars that she has. She's had that CRV since 2010. So I want her to be in something that's as modern as possible and will last a long time. This is when reliability really matters. So Honda and Toyota, you're not going to go wrong. And of course, there is no, you have to get a Toyota or anything like that. She wants to help out, but I always tell her, make sure you check out the Pilot too, because her family is a Honda family. So she can get whatever she wants, but she's definitely into the Highlander and the 4Runner. So that'll be a fun couple videos or whatever when she's trying to decide what she's going to get. So we shall see. But on to the actual ToyotaCare itself. You know, it was the basic stuff. It was the year, so we did an oil replacement. Actually, one thing I should tell you, I put the supercharger in the Tundra, I think it was last September, and when Galt and Frank and the boys up there, Adam, the master tech up at Galt Toyota at the time, when they actually put the supercharger in, I asked them to do an oil change right then and there to basically start fresh with the supercharger. So I kind of went off the ToyotaCare rails there for a little while, getting a random oil change, but of course I paid out of pocket for it, so it doesn't affect my ToyotaCare. Yeah, so we had an oil change back then. But one thing I will tell you, and I get this argument with people all the time, in oil change intervals, okay? I get a lot of arguments from the flex fuel Tundra owners about this, about when to change your oil, okay? Here is the way it works, okay? You have ToyotaCare on your Tundra. Toyota tells you when you should get your oil changes. So for my 2017 Toyota Tundra, and for the 2016, which is a non-flex fuel, regular 5.7 liter motor, it's every 5,000 miles you go in for ToyotaCare, but they change the oil every other. So at every 10,000 or 1 year, they change your oil. OW20 full synthetic, okay? Flex fuel requires more oil changes in quicker intervals. That's the difference. So all you have to do when you buy your Tundra, if you're freaking out about when to get your oil changes, they give you a list. It looks something along these lines. I'll actually show you because they attached it. Okay, it's a list telling you when to do everything and what they will do. When you buy your vehicle, they will send you a schedule of what they're gonna do at each one. All right, so all you have to do is follow that schedule. Now don't forget, Toyota is telling you to follow this schedule, okay? So they've obviously done their research. They're not gonna tell you do this and then the truck will break down, because then they're gonna have to pay for it. So all you have to do is follow the schedule. It's full synthetic oil, which we know can go longer. Now, if you read your manual, it will say if you're in certain conditions here and there, you should get oil changes more often. You know, that's up to you, read your manual. But as far as the regular ToyotaCare, like I said, every vehicle is different, but as far as this interval schedule for me, it's every 5,000 miles and it gets an oil change every other one. So you're basically getting an oil change a year. Now, mind you, I never hit the mileage interval. It's always the time interval. So there's about 8,000 miles on that right now. So I wasn't that far off. Been driving it a lot, obviously, because of the supercharger. But anyway, let's get on to some stats if there was any problems. So they replaced the synthetic engine oil and filter, obviously. They did a tire rotation. They checked the pressure and the tire wear. They filled the fluids to proper levels as needed. So that's pretty much your ToyotaCare right there. You know, it's your basic maintenance, which is awesome, because right there, that probably would have cost, what, 110, 120 bucks? I mean, synthetic is not cheap. So that's a cool thing. The other thing I asked them to do while it was up there was check out the fog lights. And here's what it says right on the paper. Customer states fog lights has a lot of movement. Please make adjustment and advise customer. They wrote back saying fog lights cannot be adjusted. And then I talked to Joe, my service guy, and he was saying that the fog lights actually sit into a plastic piece and there's no adjustments they can do. So they're still shaking. So if anybody out there has some kind of way to get these things to stop shaking every time I hit a bump, I would love you forever. So please let me know. So yeah, we're still doing that. They also, up there at Liberty, and this is depending on the dealership you go to, they give you a complimentary inside and out car wash, which is very cool. It always looks and smells good when it gets back, so that's always nice. Other things to note here. Okay, there's one more thing on my actual list here. So I'm sure you guys have seen, they go through the exterior and the interior and they tell you if it's green, yellow, or red, meaning you know, everything is cool at this time, or something's coming up, or you need to take care of this right now. So everything was green. The two things they filled were the windshield washer fluid, obviously, and the coolant. Okay, the coolant was a good level, but it was still a little low, so they filled in the coolant. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that. I've never had anyone have to fill coolant, so I'm sure it has something to do with the supercharger, so I'm definitely gonna have to keep my eye on that. As far as the tire goes, they're good to go. You know, I mean, they're brand new still. The brakes are still brand new. 10 millimeter on the brake, all green. Everything's green. Like I said, it has 8,000 miles on it. Everything better be green, right? They fill the tires to 35 PSI, and then usually I put them right back to 40. I like to fill mine to 40 PSI. So it was a pretty standard one-year checkup. I mean, nothing wrong with the truck. No comments whatsoever. Oil change done. I love ToyotaCare. And the fact that on that same sheet that I showed you before, they actually have ToyotaCare Plus. And what that does is it's 4 years or 45,000 miles. It pretty much gives you 2 more years. For right here, ToyotaCare Plus for me would be $329. $329 for 2 more years of all that maintenance, and you get roadside assistance and everything like that too. It's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, it's just, nothing's better than a vehicle going to a dealership and you don't have to exchange money right then and there. Everything's just like, all right, they take your car, they do what they got to do, they come back, hand you your keys, you're out of there. I'd rather pay up front and just go when I need to go. So overall, thank you very much to Liberty Toyota for the RAV4, letting me try that out. I've never driven a RAV before in my life, so that was cool to do. And thank you as always for, you know, to Liberty for taking my vehicle and taking care of me. Like I said, they put the customer first there, and they prove it every single time. You know, I hit them up and say, hey, can the truck come up at this time? And they're like, yeah, no problem. We'll see you, blah, blah, blah. It's just, it's quick, it's easy, it's hassle-free and stress-free, which makes everything easier because you guys know I have a ridiculous schedule nowadays. So thank you very much to Liberty Toyota. Once again, we got to figure out what to do with these fog lights. So if you know anything, let me know because I don't want them shaking forever. It's driving me insane because now I focus on it all the time to the point where usually I'll have the fog lights on when I have the headlights on. Driving to work in the middle of the night. Now I just barely put the fog lights on because I don't feel like seeing that shake anymore, but it is what it is, I guess. Other than that, guys, don't forget the Husky promo code. Just hit me up if you want to save a little money on Huskies. It's only till the end of May, don't forget. And tomorrow we will talk more about the Platinum as it will be a year old. And we got to talk about the pros and cons. So that's tomorrow's video. Make sure you come on back, check it out. Here's something I don't ever say in my videos. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. At 10,000 subscribers, which we are not far from, we will be having a pretty massive giveaway that I'm trying to set up right now. So the quicker we get there, the quicker we can give away more stuff, right? So I thank you for your patronage to the channel. I thank you for listening. If you have any questions about ToyotaCare service, please hit me up and I will direct you to wherever you need to go to see. Or if I know, I'll tell you. But once again, Flex Fuel guys, chill. We have a little different of a ToyotaCare interval system, so go easy on me. But anyway, guys, Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great evening.